the Bandolero Outlaw Fast Friday 2023 champion, Collin Vanasse, joins us. Collin, welcome to the show. How are you tonight?
Pretty good. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. So, pretty exciting for you this past week, being crowned the Bandolero Outlaw champion at Seekonk Speedway. And in doing so, beating your cousin, Ryan Vanasse Jr. Talk to us a little bit about this past Friday night and the season, where you've collected 4 wins on the season. Tell us a little bit. Let's start out by talking about Friday night.
Friday night, just like I went into it, just another Friday night, you know? Can't be getting all worked up at one Friday night. It was definitely great, though, to be able to have that opportunity to race for the championship and race the 3 other guys. And I'm just glad to be able to do that.
So tell the listeners, too, a little bit just about your background. This is not year number 1 racing for you. Talk to us about how you got started racing.
Well, my dad and my uncle have always been in the sport. So when they brought home quarter midgets, that's where my racing career started. After that, we bought a bando and been racing for 6 years now.
Wow. So pretty good season for you. And, you know, your cousin Ryan, I think he won, 9 or 10 races this season. You won, like I said, 5 technically. What's it like racing, first off, with family like that, with your cousin Ryan? What have you learned from him, or maybe what have you taught him?
It's definitely cool to be able to race with someone that's that close to you. You should be able to go to them and bounce ideas off them. And when you go to different tracks, you can ask them what they're doing to be so good, and you can try and help them to get better. It definitely is cool.
What about a Bandolero car is the most fun for you to drive, and what do you think is next for you when it comes to the type of cars you envision yourself in?
We're not sure what we're going to do next year. It's still all up in the air, but my favorite part about the Bandos is just tough. They're fast. They're still really fast and really cool, but they're just a division where everyone gets along and you're friends with everyone you race with. There's nothing specifically in the car itself. It's just like being there at Fridays and enjoying who I'm there with.
Collin, hi, this is Jim. Hey, Collin, how old are you?
I'm 13.
13 years old. You've already been racing for 6 years. And now you've won a championship. And I'll tell you right now, you're very well spoken. Besides racing, do you do any other sports, or is this just racing full-time with the family?
Obviously I race a lot, but I used to play football. This year I took it off to kind of focus on racing and make sure I have everything I need to do for racing. But I used to play football.
Now, how is it now? Now, do you prepare your own bandolero with you and your dad? Is that who prepares your car?
Yeah, me and my dad usually took a night or 2 to go in the garage, and we work very hard in the car to get it ready for Friday.
You know, that's fantastic, because to me, you're a young man right now, and that's the stuff you're going to remember 20, 30, 40 years from now, is that you and your dad would be out there working on the car. Maybe you got along one night, maybe you disagreed on the setup. You're going to get, if you're not telling them if you're not telling them yet what you want into the car, you will be pretty soon. You're going to, he's going to say, in my day, you go, no, Dad, they don't do things like that no more, and things like that. So, where do you guys feel like, what Miles was saying, do you want to do tour racing? I mean, you're so young, so, I mean, you still have a chance to maybe, if you can get the funder to do the ACT Tour, maybe the Past Pro All-Stars, things like that, or you just right now, are you thinking that far ahead, 4 or 5 years, or you guys just taking a year at a time?
Right now we're taking a year at a time, but it would be awesome to race with the guys in ACT Tour or Pass, because they're such great experienced drivers. It'd be awesome to race with them.
Yeah, well, I think you can do a fantastic job. I've seen your dad and your uncle race over the years. I've been going to Seekonk since the mid-'80s. And so if it's in the genes, and look, it obviously is, you've already won a championship, and you already have an idea where you'd like to go with the Past Pro All-Stars and the late models. I know there's another kid kind of a little bit older than you now, but, his family's been 3 generations at Seekonk, Ryan Kuhn, and he's kind of maybe about 5, 6 years older than you, and he kind of had the same path as you, right? Family, ran the Bandoleros and things like that. and he's been running tour cars, and a friend of mine is one of the sponsors on his cars. And he's running kind of like, you kind of have the same career trajectory. It's like, you've already accomplished here, in the late Alan Kowicki, when he was racing, you might want to look him up, what an interesting man he was. But he always said, I never wanted to be champion 3 years in a row. As soon as I was good at one division, move up to the next, as funding allows, of course. And it kind of sounds like you might be on that trajectory. I mean, you could be 5 years from now, on a past pro all-star car, late model, and you'll still be young enough. Who knows? You could be racing, the old NASCAR North Tour, whatever they call it now. I think it's the All West, whatever it is anymore. K&N. So, I mean, and hey, who knows? You know what? Sometimes it's just the person that sticks with it. And who knows? Maybe someday we'll be on TV and your name will be in the starting line for the Daytona 500, right? That's every young racer's dream, right?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
So, Colin, tell us a little bit. What does it mean to be a champion? I mean, this obviously, week in and week out, as the weather cooperated this year, and we had a lot of weather on Fast Fridays. But what's it mean to be a champion at Seekonk?
It means a lot because me and my dad have been working towards this for 6 years. Last year, we were in the Final Four without finishing a single chase race. It was definitely cool to be there, but we didn't come out as champion. It was a little bit discouraging, but we had a good year. And then we came back this year even stronger, including picking up my first one at Seekonk. And just had a good year overall, and it followed through the last night, and we got it done.
And where do you put all these trophies as you've started to collect them?
Oh, it's like 13.
Well, I had them in my room, and then I kind of ran out of the room, so they're all in the garage or in the dining room now.
He's got a trophy room. He's 13. He's got a trophy room.
Excellent. So we've been talking with Collin Vanasse, the Seekonk 2023 Bandolero Outlaw Fast Friday champion. One of the most important questions before we let you skate on here, Colin, tell us about some of the folks you'd like to thank and your sponsors as well.
Yeah, all the people who supported me all these years, all my sponsors, my mom, my dad, my brother, Jacob Burns, JPB Racing, all my sponsors, Lamar & Sons, International CDL, ZF Lawns, Homestead Realty, A&A Auto Parts, TP Concepts, Clayton Vet Clinic, and Side Drive Podcast. Excellent.
So appreciate the time, Colin. The first of hopefully a slew of Seekonk champions